Hey, this is Trivial Punk. I'm back with my friend Tak.
Hello.
We tried to get 2 microphones going and that wasn't working out. So we decided to use an iPhone, and then we recorded an entire session without actually getting the audio.
We are super professionals.
Yeah, so we decided to drink heavily and then try again. Let's start.
Doesn't this opening song remind you of Death Cab for Cutie?
I wouldn't know. Okay, so
But your hair is turning into an emo flip.
I'm not talking about that. Alright, so... you want to be the same characters again?
Yeah, let's do the same ones. I want a mustache, and I want a lady with a collar.
Okay, and I'm going to be the lady who's trying to fly, and the guy with a scarf. He's
very dashing, isn't he?
He's like an Indian Benedict Cumberbatch. That's what he is.
That is exactly what he is.
Yeah, it's true. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives, week by week, unaware.
Not a one of us?
Not a one of us. Okay, so you go through... I'm just explaining for you guys, because Tak already knows from our last session. You go through and you have different stats, and then you do things, basically, and you gain stats for doing those things. But as you can see by our current stats, we're the laziest bunch of sods in the entire world. We have no money and 5 of each thing, so let's get going. I'm gonna go to the... No, I did the gardens last time. I'm gonna go to the Palace and do administration work. Just like real life.
Getting the clockwork of bureaucracy.
Spend the week doing paperwork. You get paid 2 elf and gain 1 mine. One day the king approaches you. Excuse me, but you look like someone who I can confide in.
We have the best king.
Don't we? I didn't want a prince to take over the throne, but the queen and I aren't exactly active in the bedroom. Do you have any advice on how I could romance the queen, so to speak? I could definitely teach you all of my 5 charm ways. Spend hours drawing a bunch of diagrams, going through scenarios with the king. By the end of it, he's just as charming as you are, which isn't very much.
God help us all.
Oh, he gave me a sack of coins for my work. I gained 3 wealth. Later that night, you get the sinking feeling that you might have actually made things worse.
You are the reason our kingdom is in political instability.
I really hope that he doesn't, figure that out and then
I want to go into the slums.
We're gonna go to the slums.
Yep.
Pickpocket or fight crime?
I'm gonna pickpocket. I'm so poor.
Alright.
I don't look conspicuous at all.
Well, you have one of those mustaches that looks like it's a disguise, but then it's actually your mustache, so people will believe that you're not disguised.
Yeah.
So you spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a man approaches you. Hey, excuse me, sir. Feeling a little lonely tonight? He asks. Only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night. You wanna... I don't think you can afford his prices.
I don't think I can either, and I'm way too busy pickpocketing.
Okay, no thanks. Your loss! Alright then. It's your turn again. Who would you like to... What would you...
I want to go into the deep dark forest.
The deep dark forest. I only have a normal forest, but for, it's DLC, you could probably get the deep dark forest. You want to chop wood or hunt?
I'm gonna chop wood and try and find a little, Red Riding Hood.
Okay. You actually kind of look like Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, it's true.
It's sort of ironic. You spend the week cutting down trees for the village. You gain 2 physique and earn yourself a wealth. One day you come across a group of people in the woods. The expressions on the faces, they appear to be lost. Do you rob them or help? You have an axe, remember?
I have an axe, and that is such a threatening pose. I would feel bad if I didn't rob them.
Do you just, walk around with an axe like that all the time?
Yep.
Alright, then let's rob them. You jump out from behind a tree, ha-ha! Brandishing a weapon, demanding they hand over their goods. One of them refuses and charges you with her... She has a pitchfork! Why did you attack someone with a pitchfork?
Because I have an axe! Oh.
Oh.
That...
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Good thing we're poor!
Remember, you can rob anyone as long as you have nothing to steal back. They kick you in the gut, though. You lose 2 physique. Oh.
Oh.
After hours of struggling, I managed to free yourself.
So, net
gain nothing. You
No,
gained
one
a wealth.
wealth.
Gained
One
a
wealth.
A whole week of work. All right.
Yep.
My turn. I'm gonna go solve crimes. I can't do that. I'm gonna go to the tavern, and this time I'm gonna drink.
Hey!
I spent the entire week getting wasted.
On no money.
Well, I am charming.
Okay.
I would buy Indian Benedict Cumberbatch a drink or 6. You gain 2 charm and 1. That's not how drinking works, you guys.
Gaining tolerance.
Physique. One day, the tavern throws its annual dart tournament. Oh, this is not good.
Got it. Get it. They threw.
Oh,
the
they
annual-
throw their dart tournament. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel bad. All right, spectator answer.
You're obviously charming and dashing and good at everything.
Yes, which is why I should not do anything and just watch. Because that's what charming, dashing people do. Analyzing throwing techniques. I gain a finesse from watching. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. That was so very long ago. Alright, let's
Good
go.
thing that will never ever happen again.
Whew! I am so glad the past doesn't repeat itself. I'm going to go to the arena. I'm going to fight some bitches.
None fighting!
Who would dare strike this hat? I look like if you ran into it at the wrong angle, I could poke out an eye or something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One night on your way home, you spot a rusty dagger on the ground.
Tetanus.
Tetanus or tetnuns? No, okay. As you pick it up, you hear a voice from behind. You are not worthy. The dagger begins to dissolve into black smoke. Within seconds, the blade is gone. Oh.
What?
That's unfortunate. Alright then. So, it's back to Mustache Man.
Mustache Man, he's gonna go to the bar.
He's gonna go to the bar?
Yeah.
You a bartender, you're gonna drink?
He's gonna drink. He just pickpocketed. He needs to spend his money now.
I guess. Did you make anything? You did. You couldn't afford a really bad hooker, but you could totally afford drink for an entire week.
Yep.
2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a bard pulls out his lute in the bar and starts playing a tune. Unfortunately, his singing is horrible and it's ruining the tavern's atmosphere. You decide to do something about it.
I do.
Do you convince him to leave or challenge him to a
I'm
lute
going
duel?
to challenge him to a duel. This is like Guitar Hero.
This is like Loot. This is Loot Hero.
Yep, Loot Hero. Loot Hero 4.
You borrow the owner's lute and challenge the bard to a musical duel. You play out a beautifully complex combination of arpeggio. I didn't even know you played.
I do. I am a lute champion.
I guess all you really need to be a doctor is to go into a hospital, and all you need to do to be a musician is pick up a lute. It's that simple in this world.
Well, haven't you heard punk music?
Oh, that's right. No, I know you like 3 chords, 3 or 4 chords, you're fine. This is like complicated arpeggios. The bard tries his best to replicate your piece, but ends up dropping his lute, snapping it in half. He bows his head shamefully in defeat and walks out of the tavern. You gain 1 finesse and 1 charm for making him look like a twit.
Well, he was a twit to begin with.
I guess. Alright, so now it's Little Red Riding Headband.
Let's throw her in the alchemy tower.
Alright then. You make clean labs or brew potions.
Well, she chopped some wood, so she's gonna clean some labs. It's she's a manual labor type.
I like that. You spend the week cleaning up noxious chemicals. You pay 1 wealth for your labor, and you gain 1 physique and 1 magic. It's that easy. One day you hear cries for help coming from the next room. Help me! Help me! Someone accidentally created an ooze monster. How do you dispatch the ooze?
I'm gonna punch it in the face.
Well, you do have more physique than anything else. You pummel the ooze until nothing but a puddle. It was already a puddle.
Well, no, it must have had some like gelatinous
like
form.
consistency. So now it's just like a flat ooze.
Or else, well,
You flattened it.
if it's a puddle, it couldn't have been an ooze. It would have just been like a sentient liquid.
It's like an ooze cake. Can you drink it now?
Yeah.
Let's serve it at the tavern.
Yeah.
The acid from the ooze sears. Oh, you lose 1 physique. Oh, but your hand doesn't feel the same. So you
Gained a physique.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
All right. So I'm gonna go. Oh, I can't go see if they're serving the ooze at the tavern now. So I'm going to go to the forest. No. Where would? No, I'm gonna go to the hospital because now I'm house. I was Cumberbatch, now I'm house. I'm gonna tend to patients because that's how you doctor.
You're diagnosing.
Yeah. No. You You gain 2 mind and 1 wealth. One day, a patient whose voice has been cursed replaced with piano notes will not stop talking. All the other patients are complaining that his voice is making the hospital even more depressing.
Is he just playing off-key chopsticks constantly?
Maybe. You know what we need? We need that guy with the lute, the mustache man. That's who needs to be
Yeah,
here
mustache
right now.
man.
Try to decipher what he's saying or sing with him. Well, I don't have a sing stat, so I'm just gonna listen. Because that's, guys, you just have to listen. Just listen.
Got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Yeah, so that you can...
You should listen twice as much as you talk.
You can remember really bad... What are those things again? Sayings? Some kind of sayings. We're gonna segue...
Motivational quotes?
There we go. You listen to his piano keys, but you have 2 eyes, too. So that means you say half of what you see, and an equal amount of what you hear is what you...
And what you smell?
Is that why a picture is worth 1,000 words?
Well, if our logic is correct, a picture would be worth 2 words.
Motivational posters would make you think that. You listen to his piano keys, but can't quite work out what he's saying. His sound gets progressively sadder and sadder.
Womp womp.
It was on us in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook. The air went still. Wait, if the earth is shaking, why is the air still?
Magic?
I guess. Alright, none time. I'm having none of your shit. I'm really not. Sorry. I feel bad. I'm gonna go to the slums, because I have a lot of wealth.
Well, you are a nun.
I'm gonna fight crime. I'm like Batman.
Okay, I just want to appreciate this picture right now.
Yeah, just for a second.
Yeah.
It's like...
This is the best thing.
Okay, but who is she fooling with that mask?
No, it's like any vigilante.
Are you just cover the eyes? You can see my eyes. I'm gonna beat up. I gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One night you hear a woman whisper at you from nearby.
Nun. Magic nun.
She calls out.
Looking to make a bit of coin?
Oh, yes, I'm always up for more coin. That's her voice now.
Come closer. No one else can hear what I'm about to tell you.
Oh, God, it hurts and pretend. Blood pours from the wound. She clings to you tightly like a lamprey eel. You black out. When you come to, you see her standing over you.
Thanks.
What? What just happened? You melt into the shadows, and my neck wounds are... So I just gained a bunch more coin. I gained 3 charms.
What?
I'm clearly a vampire. I lost 3 physique. Vampires are strong. It doesn't make sense.
Well, she's kind of sickly and weak looking.
I guess.
Wait, vampiric nuns?
Vampiric... That sounds...
Okay, wait.
That sounds like a trauma film. Alright, where are we going?
We're gonna go... let's go to the palace.
The palace.
The
You
palace.
can show off your magnificent mustache,
Yep.
King. 10 ball?
A 10 ball?
Mustache?
Ball?
Look at this guy. Look at that little, look at that little glass. This man is huge.
Like 2 weeks ago, I was pickpocketing in the slums. Then I went and had a whole bunch of booze.
I've made it.
Oh no, I beat up a bard in a loot battle.
Okay.
And now I got invited to a ball. Totally makes sense.
Okay.
This is the rise to fame. Like, I have a one-hit wonder. This man...
He's like the Beatles.
He does, yeah.
Well, you've got to keep it going then, because the Beatles kept going. Okay, so let's mustache. You gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day, the court jester approaches you. Hi, would you like to learn the juggle? He asks excitedly. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum. You got the money.
You know what? Let's go for it, sure.
Oh, you're just adding to your repertoire as an entertainer.
Yep.
You spend the day with the jester, practicing your juggling techniques instead of being at the ball. You improve dramatically. You gain 2 finesse. You gain another 2 finesse, because you happily pay the jester. You lose a wealth. Well, whatever. Alright, where to now?
Now we're gonna go to the gardens.
The gardens.
Yeah.
Landscape, but meditate.
Manual labor, landscaping, of course.
I guess, yeah. You spend the week maintaining the plants in the royal garden. You gain 1 finesse, 1 physique, and a wealth. One day, on your way home from the park, it's the golden ring. It seems legit. Every golden ring in everything. Wear the ring.
Wear it.
Upon placing the ring in your finger, orange glowing marks appear on the outside. The markings unravel themselves in your mind and swirl in front of you. They form what appears to be a fully armored ghost, radiating a beautiful orange light. Seems like a regular Thursday. The ghost turns to you and nods before walking away. The ring looks good on you.
Fantastic.
Sure, nothing bad will happen.
I'm of course not.
Equally positive. All right, let's go to the alchemy tower. Cumberbatch needs to brew some potions. I guess I was house now. I'm like house batch. Batch of potions. It all makes sense now. It's coming together.
No, aren't you Breaking Bad now?
I am. I am breaking a bad. We spend the week experimenting and brewing different potions. 2 magic, 1 mind. One day an officer stops by for a visit. He's adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos and follows everywhere by a clockwork spider. No, pretend spider away from me. The alchemist of the tower will go out of the way to impress the artificer, offering her an array of potions and elixirs. She's leaving, she adorns the most charming of the alchemists with this mental trinket. That had nothing to do with me. And then the world was a howling fury. Chaos, screaming, sound of all we knew being pulled in half. Alright, week 4. We're halfway there. We don't know that though. No one knows. No one can know. I'm charming. Let's go to the tavern and use my charm to get some free drinks. Spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. Over the course of the week, you notice your skin has become paler and your teeth I forgot this happens. How did I forget this happens?
You are the best at getting free drinks.
You gain 3 charm. You also feel more frail and gaunt than you used to. Lose 3 physique. One day you notice...
Wait. Not only are you a nun, you're a vampire nun, and a lesbian vampire nun.
A lesbian vampire non-alcoholic. I'm sorry, to correct. Just to build. Brushing
No, good correction.
Her neck fully exposed. You can see a vein or 2 on her. And how thin is this woman? Delicious. Before you know it, you're coated in blood with a mangled form in front of you. There are dozens of people around, and they're all filled with delicious nectar.
Juice boxes.
Juice boxes. Little straws. Little tooth straws.
There was just a bloodbath sound effect. I know you can't hear it. Yeah.
Then you wake up the next day, and the bed sheets are soaked with blood that is not your... How do I know it's not mine? Did I check?
Because you can probably smell it by now.
I guess, yeah. I look better. My teeth have dulled. I ate so many people, my teeth dulled. Alright then. So, it's Mustache Man. He's continuing his rise to power.
Yeah, then he obviously needs to go to the palace again.
He's gonna go... He just hangs out there. He's do administration.
Attend the ball.
Another ball.
Of course.
Fancy gatherings all around. One day, you overhear the jester tell a joke to a group of people. Everyone laughed, but you didn't understand the joke at all. Oh, what do? You're really weak of mind, or you could ask for an explanation. You're charming as fuck, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for an explanation.
You approach the jester, asking him exactly what the joke meant. The jester scolds you at length about the dangers of explaining jokes.
Dying puppies.
And then them dying when you dissect them. You don't quite understand. Everyone around you starts laughing. Presumably the jester just made another joke at you. He is so... Oh, you lost a charm. Well, you had the charm to lose, so it's fine.
I don't like the palace anymore.
See, this is the danger of overexposure, This is why you have to be careful as an entertainer. Not to put yourself out there too much as a Mustache Man. One hit, one hurt. One hit, one hurt. All right, let's go. Where are you going now?
Let's go to the hospital.
Okay, we're gonna go to the hospital. Do manual labor.
Of course. Need to do some cleaning.
So the entire week, stealing and minding us the horrors of the hospital, making sure it's as clean as can be. 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 wealth. One day, the bloodletting leeches somehow escaped their containers.
Somehow.
Worst run hospital. Like, everything escapes from everywhere. The alchemy tower, the hospital.
How many leeches do they have?
How big are they? There are people screaming everywhere. Somebody do something! Yells one of the doctors. Zap the leeches with magic or use yourself as bait.
I'm gonna use myself as bait.
A life of manual labor has not lent itself to your magical abilities.
No.
Start taunting. How do you taunt a leech?
By standing adjacent to it?
Your mother looks like a snail! Leeches swarm all over you. You are subject to a vicious series of bites before the leeches get bored and take off. Apparently you're boring. Boring blood. You lose 2 physique. The leeches make their way to the hospital and end up infesting all the nearby waterbeds.
Oh.
Well, nice. Alright, so we kind of have like a nice pattern going here. Like we've got like 4 and then this. So I'm gonna go to the slums and fight crime again.
No, Benedict hasn't fought crime yet.
Oh yeah, I guess he hasn't. Look at that coat. I mean, no, that's exactly what Benedict would be doing.
Fighting crime?
Exactly. Yeah, no. This is my destiny. Gain 1 mind, 1 physique, 1 finesse. One night you hear cheering from an alleyway. Peering in, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs violently ripping each other apart. That's a cat.
Yeah.
Oi! Would you like to participate in our little betting game? Betting dog fights. Try to stop dog fights.
What would Benedict Cumberbatch do?
Can we make that into a thing? WWBDD. What would? No, WWBDD. What would Benedict Cumberbatch do? I think he would try to stop the dog fights.
I think he would too.
Try to convince the gamblers that dog fighting is wrong. That's not how he would do it. Your words fall on deaf ears. Very quickly, they get quite angry with you. One of them walks up to you and pulls out a knife. What? But I've been fighting crime all week. You run away. Apparently, I was fighting like little orphan looters. Oh, that should be a show too. It's
Little Orphan Looters?
Yeah, it's like Little Orphan Annie, but like for the modern, cynical age. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong, or have we forgotten?
Totes forgotten.
Totes. Oh, the tavern! I killed everyone in the tavern, and it no longer exists.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna go exile myself to the forest. I'm gonna hunt.
You're totally gonna hunt.
I'm gonna hunt.
You're going to hunt the most dangerous game of all.
Far Cry 3? Oh, no! World of Warcraft. Spend a week hunt. It has the highest kill count. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One day you decide to take a bath in the river. When you get out of the water, you notice that you're covered in leeches! This is all your fault! Panically, you quickly pluck them off.
Wait! They're going to be vampire leeches.
Oh! This is terrifying!
So apparently we don't need the end of the world. That's
No,
going
we're
to be
already
coming.
causing it. Don't drink the water, anyone.
Just
Mustache
let
men.
loose
Save-
4 adventurers on the town.
Save us, mustache. Are we adventurers? Really? We have like a manual laborer, a really bad crime fighter, a fucking vampire, and this like one-hit guy who just got humiliated by a court jester. Like we're the worst group of adventurers.
Let's go to the gardens.
This is kind of how you RP in like pre going on like a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. This is exactly what happens in town every time.
This is carousing for experience.
That's what this is. We meditate in a landscape.
You know what? I just got dissed. I think I need to reflect.
Okay. And like
get in touch with my inner mustache.
Okay. You spend the week and deep meditate. This man is huge. You gain 1 magic and 2 mind. Maybe you'll finally get a joke. One day you spot a man drinking water. Oh, don't drink the water! Suddenly. Oh! The leeches!
No, not the leeches!
This is why we don't let people just work in hospitals. What do you do? Save him with magic or get out of there? You don't have much magic, but you can probably talk your way out of this situation.
I'm gonna try and save him.
Try to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
You try prying the leeches off of the man, but there's too many of them. You end up getting bit a lot in the process.
No!
Man, these leeches are just killing us.
Yes, they are. Just killing us.
You make a break for it and get to safety. Oh man, he got eaten. Alright, now, now what do you want to do?
Why did they get bored of me? Like, what's wrong with me?
Let's find out. I don't know. What is wrong with you?
Well, let's go to the palace. Maybe the king will know.
Yeah, because he knows a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna do some administration work.
This sheet does not have, like, a lot of, like, like ambition at all.
Well, she's already destroyed the world. Maybe she's trying to destroy the world from, like, the ground level.
Maybe. Yeah, she's like, I need to get some temp jobs before I really get up to fucking with things. Get paid too well from gain of mind. One day, here's somebody shouting something in the hallway. There's a bomb in the palace! Wait, how is there a bomb?
Oh, there's an alchemy tower.
Oh, right. There's a mass panic as people try desperately to escape. You just bring destruction everywhere you go. You locate and disarm the...
I'm going to locate and disarm the bomb.
This can only end well, Mrs. Magoo. You run deeper into the castle, trying to figure out where the explosives are hidden. You manage to find them in the wine cellar, disguised as barrels of wine. I sure hope that if they're in the wine cellar, they should be disguised as barrels of wine, as opposed to small orphan children. That's for the slums. You detonator that's controlled by a powerful magic. Realize immediately you won't be able to figure it out, and get out of the building as quick as you can. You're almost out when the bomb goes out. It's a huge explosion, knocks you through a wall. You lose a physique, and now the palace is gone! It's gone! The palace, the tavern...
Hey, I'm not the one who ate the tavern.
I was the one who ate the tavern, but I didn't want to, I needed to. Alright.
Because you did a favor for a sketchy lady in the hallway... Sorry, in an alley of the slums.
Hey, if a sketchy lady in an alley asks you a favor, you say yes. That's just polite. You can't refuse a lady's request. It's just how that works. Alright, where would Cumberbatch go after getting stabbed? I think he would, stabbed.
He would go to the arena to train
improve
up.
his fighting skills.
Yep, come on.
Fighting brutes, 2 physique, 1 finesse. During the match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. Fuck that! I'm going to defend myself.
Of course you are!
Because that worked so well last time.
Do it.
You object. Holding you responsible for a stray weapon is absurd. The judge agrees, dismisses the case. You awarded 2 well from the plaintiff for frivolous accusations. The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost.
Is the Yawhg, like, biggest leech in the world?
Maybe the leeches will stop the Yawhg.
That should be our strategy.
I think that's what we should do. Feed the leeches. Alright, where would I go to feed leeches? I'm gonna go to the forest, because that's where I fed them last time. I'm still there on exile. You know what? No, I'm gonna go. The slums is where I would go. To use my abilities to pickpocket.
No. Okay. Fight crime. Fight crime.
Well, no, that's Cumberbatch.
No. You fought crime before. Come on. I want to see the superhero.
Nun.
Superhero nun, vampire, lesbian, world ender.
Right. What was the other thing? There was another thing.
There was another thing. I forgot the other thing.
Alcoholic, but there's no tavern, so that's what I was doing. I was fighting alcoholism. Now I'm going to fight crime. Spend the week outsmarting and beating up criminals. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and 1 finesse. One day you notice a man...
No, don't do
it! Oh, they're all dead.
You'd think they would have learned by now.
We should have told someone.
Okay.
I guess that we could have, had the palace put out a decree, but it got blown up somehow.
Not my fault.
Yeah, you were there.
I didn't put the bomb there.
You certainly didn't do anything about it.
I tried.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. What do? Blast them with magic, or lure the leeches back into the... I don't have any...
Blast them with magic.
I don't have magic.
You have less physique.
Yeah, but I'm also immortal.
I think if you reach 0 physique, you're going to die.
If they suck my blood, we'll have more vampire leeches to fight the Yawhg.
Okay. Except.
You stop taunting the leeches and lead them back to the container. The great skill, you manage to avoid the leech's fangs.
What?
Finesse for the win!
What?
I lure them back to the well. Quick thinking, you gain a mind.
What? Nonsense.
I used my finesse and my mind magic power charms.
Yeah. Take me to the hospital.
Because that ended so well the last time.
Hey, this is Mustache Man. He's gonna tend to the patients.
Is he? With
Yeah.
his charm and his finesse? Spend the week diagnosing and tending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and 1 will. One day a patient comes to the hospital with sores that nobody's ever seen.
Those look like leech marks.
Those look like leech marks. While walking to his bedside, he looks to you and really asks for a glass. Don't get him water! Get him water?
Get him water.
Okay.
This guy's not the brightest.
Bring him a small glass to quench his thirst. He takes a large sip, swings it around, and then proceeds to spit it at you. You manage to quickly duck underneath the stream. You scold the obviously insane man for spitting at you.
The end.
The end. Cool story, bro. Alright, where you going?
Let's just see if I can blow up the alchemy tower.
This is the worst person ever. But can you just think, like, when she goes home at night, she's like, I'm just terrible. I feel bad for her now. You clean lab?
Of course.
Of course. Cleaning up noxious chemicals. You're paid 1 wealth and gain 1 physique and 1 magic. One day, while in the tower, one of the alchemists asked you to watch his potion while he's... No!
That was the last mistake you will ever make.
Potion begins bubbling out of control. If you don't do something soon, it'll explode.
Drink it!
No!
Drink it!
You quickly drink the potion. Your stomach acids seem to have quelled the potion's fury. You gain 2 magic. Oh, good.
Aha!
Alright, now, gardens, arena, or forest. Alright, I've heard some suspicious activity in the forest has gone on. I'm going to investigate. Let's find out what happens. Chop wood or hunt? I'm going to hunt, obviously. Spend the week hunting various defenseless critters.
You monster!
I'm sorry. I'm hunting defenseless criminal critters. They're defenseless because I'm so good. They have no defense they can offer against my...
And that makes it better?
That makes it okay.
What about the swarm of rats? See?
Karma. Karma. At first you jump backwards in shock, but then you start to hear them conversing with one another. They call you over.
Excuse me, sir?
You do a better rat.
Do you think you might be able to help us out with something? You see, we're trying to elect a new leader, but it seems our votes are completely tied.
See, they've recognized my greatness.
We're trying to decide between Seepaw and the vengeful and the wise.
Seedpaw steps forward.
If you vote for me, the rats will have a powerful leader, one who isn't afraid to take our fight to the enemy.
Blightooth steps up. If you vote for me, good sir, I will lead these rats to an age of enlightenment, says Blightooth. Which rat do you choose? Now, if we choose Seedpaw, do you think he will be able to fight the leeches? Because rats seem like they'd be able to fight leeches for some reason.
I think right now we need an army.
I think we need an army.
Yep.
Half of the rats roar with tiny applause. Blightooth bows his head and walks back to the mass. Climbs under your shoulder, whispers fighting tips into your ears. Thanks. You gain 1 finesse and 1 physique. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us, covers us in leeches! But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? Alright then, so...
Oh!
Yes, so none have...
Okay, so the world's blown up.
The world's blown up. So we have to decide now what roles we play in trying to rebuild it.
Okay.
The nun has 10 finesse, 9 mind, 13 charm. I think with all of that charm, I should... let's see, what was the nun's story again? She was a vampire, lesbian, superhero,
nun.
Just a lot of things. That nun was a lot of things. I think that probably I'm gonna be drunk. No, that is reserved for another person. I know who needs to be the town drunk, and it's obvious. I'm going to be
The conjurer.
I have no magic.
The doctor?
I'm going to be the doctor.
Yes!
Oh, no!
You could be a Time Lord, too.
Yeah, no, because I'm immortal, I'm charming as fuck, and I wear blue. I'm the doctor. I help the sick and injured. I don't think she knows how to be a doctor.
That's okay. Hey, apparently you figured it out.
Apparently. So we've been able to get up and back to work in no time. This helps survival effort quite a bit. Alright, so Mustache Man. He's charming, full of finesse and mind.
He's the leader.
Obvious choice for Lee. I would follow that mustache. You effectively delegate and prioritize tasks. You give a lot of pats on the back, rewarding everyone's
Those
hard
pats
work.
on the back would be terrifying.
This helps the rebuilding effort quite a bit. Alright. Now, I know that this is your character. I know. But to me, she's the drunk. Or the builder.
No, the looter.
The looter. So she destroys the world and decides, you know what? I'm gonna be a looter.
Of course.
I'm gonna be a looter.
Look at all of that free stuff.
Look at all this. Okay. Break into a bandit. I hope you're bad at it. I hope you are so bad at looting that you remake the world accidentally. You gain 3 wealth. You gain another 3 wealth.
Hey, money.
This hurts the survival effort. Good job. All right, now my Cumberbatch. There's no consulting detective. I can't be a consulting detective. So
You could be
10 finesse. I'm gonna be a builder. I've got quite a bit of physique and a lot of finesse.
Yeah, you can do a build.
Let's do a builder. Take it on yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. Because never been afraid of getting to work. Rebuilding effort quite a lot. And so we set about our tasks, once more living our lives. This time in a way we might never have expected or even wanted. But in the end,
Dun, dun, dun.
we were defeated. I blame the looter. Those of us
Death Cab
left.
for Cutie came back.
Those of us left struggled to put our home to rights, but the effort was futile. Doomed! The city bled survivors, eventually becoming a husk, a dead thing. And perhaps the Yawhg was only partly to blame. Wah, 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 wah.
On its fading way.
The Yawhg traumatized you deeply. Non-lady, everything. Despite everything starting to be okay now, something in you snapped. Maybe it was witnessing a baby floating face down in the water, covered in leeches. Maybe it was when you found a man skewered on a fence, still squirming slightly, his eyes an empty void. Perhaps it was when you saw a group of kids that were trapped in the school and resorted to eating their rotting teacher's corpse. Whatever it was, you couldn't help but drink. You drink so much, you're not entirely sure what is real and what's an illusion. I'll have what she's having. One day you look into a mirror and your eyes are empty, hollow. Oh, it's Mustache Man. Your experience with petty theft helps you in the ruins of your old home, Mustache Man. You survive purely by stealing from others, breaking bones, holding people at knife point. That would be terrifying. His knife would be like a sword. These are things you do on a daily basis to get what you need. You aren't proud of what you do, but at least you're still alive. You escape the ruined town with giant bags of coins, jewels, and other valuable trinkets. You move to a new city, living a life of luxury. Fucking this lady!
And everything was okay.
Unfortunately, the new city you move to has their own horrible evil, the Yawhg. The Yawhg sweeps through the city, tearing apart everything. Way to go again! You can't even handle being rich properly, lady! This time, when you're rubbing through the debris or valuables, you encounter a group of people doing the same. You get into a knife fight with them, which results in you bleeding out in a pile of rubble, and then the pile exploded and killed everyone for no good reason.
Does that make you feel better?
I do, a little bit, yeah. Town in shambles, you're too afraid to go anywhere else. One day, somebody offers you strength potions in exchange for your services as a bodyguard. You happily oblige. After a few strength potions, you become strangely dependent on them.
Wait. Did Cumberbatch
Yes.
become addicted?
He did. It's still going to happen. Because he was an addict once.
Once?
You can do it, Cumberbatch! Oh, your health deteriorates quickly, maybe not. On the outside, you look like a hulking beast, but your insides are rotted and limp. One day, you have one too many potions. Your corpse is found face down in a puddle of vomit and foam. Just like the end of the second series. It's gonna be fine!
Keep on telling yourself that.
There has to be a season 3. There's gonna be a season 3. Alright, this has been Trivial Punk and Tack. See you later.
See ya.
Oh, and buy the Yawhg. It's good. Really, really good.